Imagine experiencing a terrifying event that leaves you constantly looking over your shoulder, unable to sleep at night, and feeling detached from the people you love. This unsettling scenario is not a thriller movie plot, but a glimpse into the life of someone dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, often referred to as PTSD. PTSD is not just a phrase or a diagnosis, it is a life-altering condition that impacts millions of individuals worldwide every single day. It's a silent battle fought in the mind, often invisible to the outside world. Yet it carries a profound impact, altering perspectives, relationships, and even the essence of who a person is. Understanding PTSD is not just about knowing the definition. It's about recognizing the signs, empathizing with the experiences, and educating ourselves on how to support those living with it. Today, we are going to uncover the signs of post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. PTSD is not just a term thrown around in movies or TV shows. It's a real debilitating condition. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a mental health condition that can materialize after an individual has experienced or witnessed a traumatic event. This could range from a severe accident, to a natural disaster, to a physical assault, among others. In essence, PTSD is a prolonged and severe reaction to such a trauma. It's not about the event itself, rather, it's about how the individual has internalized and responded to that event. PTSD can happen to anyone, regardless of age, nationality, or walk of life. It's estimated that nearly 1 in every 11 people will be diagnosed with PTSD in their lifetime, making it a significant concern in our society. Now that we understand what PTSD is, let's delve into the signs that may indicate someone is suffering from this condition. The first sign to look out for is intrusive memories. Now, what are these? Intrusive memories are unwanted, involuntary memories that can pop up without warning. They're often vivid and intense, like a sudden flashback to a traumatic event. For someone with post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, these memories can feel like they're reliving the trauma all over again. It's not just a simple case of remembering an unpleasant event, but a full-on sensory and emotional experience. They might see, hear, and even smell elements of the event as if it's happening right now. These memories can come up at any time, triggered by something as simple as a sound, a smell, or a random thought. The experience can be quite unsettling, often leading to anxiety, stress, and even physical reactions like sweating or a racing heart. Intrusive memories can be quite distressing, but it's just one of the many signs of PTSD. Another sign that someone might be battling PTSD is changes in emotional reactions. These alterations can take many forms, but they often involve heightened responses to stimuli. For instance, someone may react with extreme anger or fear to a situation that previously wouldn't have triggered such a response. In other cases, their emotional reactions might seem inappropriate or out of context. They might laugh when something isn't funny or cry at something that isn't sad. These reactions can be baffling for the person experiencing them, as well as for those around them. Moreover, these changes can have a significant impact on daily life. They can disrupt relationships, affect job performance, and even lead to social isolation if they're not addressed. It's important to remember that these changes are not the person's fault, but rather a response to trauma. Changes in emotional reactions can be quite confusing for the person experiencing them and those around them. Avoidance is another hallmark sign of PTSD. It's the act of steering clear from places, people, or experiences that may trigger distressing memories or feelings related to the traumatic event. This is not just about physical avoidance. It can also manifest as emotional avoidance, where one shuns thoughts or conversations about the traumatic incident. In the context of PTSD, avoidance is more than just a simple preference to stay away from discomfort. It's an intense, often uncontrollable urge to escape reminders of the trauma. This is a survival mechanism, a way for the brain to protect itself from psychological pain. Unfortunately, avoidance can lead to a shrinking world. As one tries to avoid triggers, they may start to limit their activities, interactions, and even their thoughts. This can lead to isolation, difficulties in relationships, and a reduced quality of life. Avoidance may seem like a successful short-term strategy, but it often perpetuates the cycle of fear and anxiety. Avoidance is a coping mechanism, but when it's persistent, it could be a sign of PTSD. Negative changes in thinking and mood can also indicate PTSD. This is our fourth sign, and it's a significant one. These changes can manifest as persistent and distorted beliefs about oneself or others. You may notice an individual constantly blaming themselves or others for the traumatic event, even when it's not reasonable or factual. This shift in thinking and mood can also lead to a diminished interest in activities that were once enjoyable, creating a sense of detachment from others. The world may seem hostile, unfriendly, or entirely dangerous to them. This negative outlook can lead to feelings of hopelessness about the future, where they might have difficulty imagining a positive or even normal life ahead. It's important to remember that these signs are not just a passing phase. They are severe, long-lasting, and interfere significantly with the individual's relationships and daily life. Recognizing these changes in thinking and mood can be instrumental in identifying PTSD. Knowing these signs can equip you to help those around you who might be suffering in silence. We've journeyed together through the complex landscape of post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, understanding its nature and identifying its signs. We've discussed the intrusive memories, the sudden flashbacks, or the recurring dreams that can disrupt the peace of the mind. We've talked about the changes in emotional reactions, the heightened irritability, or the overwhelming guilt that can alter someone's emotional equilibrium. We've delved into the realm of avoidance, how it can manifest in staying away from places, people, or situations that are reminders of the traumatic event. And we've explored the negative changes in thinking and mood, the distorted beliefs about oneself or others, the difficulty in maintaining close relationships, or the loss of interest in activities once enjoyed. These signs are not standalone symptoms, but rather pieces of a larger puzzle. They form a picture that helps us understand what someone with PTSD might be experiencing. But remember, every person's experience with PTSD is unique, and the presence of one or more signs does not necessarily indicate a PTSD diagnosis. Only a trained professional can make that determination. If you or someone you know is showing these signs, it's crucial to seek professional help. Mental health is a journey, and it's okay to ask for guidance along the way. There are resources available such as the National Center for PTSD and the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which provide information, support, and options for treatment. Above all, remember that understanding is key. Understanding the signs of PTSD, understanding the person experiencing these signs, and understanding that it's okay to seek help. This journey of understanding doesn't end here. There are countless stories, experiences, and lessons to be explored, and we're here to guide you through it. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Remember, understanding is the first step towards healing.